So good day guys, and today I'm gonna discuss to you the chapter 10, the LAN security concept. Network attacks today. Distributed Denial Service or DDoS, this is the coordinate attack from many devices called zombies, with intention and degrading of halting public access to organization website and resources. Data breach. This is an attack in which an organization data servers host are compromised to steal the confidential information. This data breach is the um, a attack which is the confidential of a secret information has been get. Malware. This is an attack in which an organization host are infected with malicious software that cause a variety of problems. Network security devices. Various network security devices are required to protect the network perimeter from outside wireless. Endpoint protection. LAN devices such as switches, wireless LAN, controller, WLC, and other access point or AV devices, interconnected points. Most of these devices are susceptible to LAN related attacks that covered in this module. Cisco Email Security Appliance. Content security appliances include the fine-grained control over email and web browsing for organizations. Black known these threats. Remediate against slant malware that evade initial detection discard emails with bad links. So in this Cisco email security appliance, this black known threads is they can block these appliances for gain for the email. Cisco Web Security Appliance. The Cisco Web Security Appliance or WSA is an imitation of technology of web-based threats. It helps the organization address these challenges security controlling web traffic. The Cisco WS combined the malware protection appliance and visible to control the acceptable use policy control of reporting. Authentication with local password. Many types of authentication can be performed on networking devices and each method offer varying levels of security. A better solution to have the devices refer to the same database of usernames and passwords from the central servers. AAA components. AAA stands for Authentication, Authorization, and Accounting. The AAA concept similar to using credit card as shown in the figure. The credit card identifies who can use, how much they can use, and spend account of items, services, expense the purchase. Authentication. A local store username and password locally in the network device such as Cisco, router, and authentication against the local devices are shown in the figure. Next, authorization. Authorization is automatic, does not require user to perform additional step after the authentication. Authorization govern what user can do and cannot do to the network after they are authenticated. This authorization, as you can see and as you can read, the governance is not is can say or can instruct the user to what they do and what cannot do in the authorization. Next is accounting. AA accounting collects the reporting usage data. This data can be used for such a purpose of auditing billing. Collected data might include start and stop connection time executed command 802.1x. IEE 802 standard for the stands for port-based access control authentication protocol. This protocol an authorized workstation from connecting a LAN through the public accessible which port is authentication server authenticates each workstation that connected and switched before the unavailable services are over. Next, the layer 2 vulnerability. Network administration routinely implement a secure solution to protect the elements in layer 3. The VPN, firewalls, IP devices protect these elements. In this layer 2 vulnerability, the VPNs, firewalls, and IP devices are the protector in these elements. Switch attack categories. Securities is only the strong and weakest link in the system. They considered to be the weak link. This because the LAN were traditionally under the administrative of a single organization. Inherently, trusted all person and device connected to our LAN. In this attack category a strong and weakest link system, which consider the most strong and single organization that trusted by the persons. Switch attack mitigation techniques. Always use the secure variants of this protocol such as SSH secure, copy protocol or SCP, secure SMTP and Secure Socket Layer or SSL or TLS considers out-of-bound management network to devices use the dedication management VLAN or nothing but management traffic for the ACLs filter unwanted access. MAC address table flooding. MAC tables have fixed size and consequently a switch can run resources in which MAC addresses flooding for the advantage of the limitation and bombarding of switch with fake for sources MAC addresses until the switch MAC address table is full. In this link namin is resources which MAC addresses is flooding attack the advantage of limitations. MAC address table attack mitigation. To mitigate MAC address table overflow attacks, network administrators must implement port security. The port security will only allow the specified number for source MAC address to be learned on the port. Port security is further discussed in the other module. VLAN hoping attack. A VLAN hoping attack enables traffic home from VLAN to be seen by other VLAN. Without the aid of the router, in basic VLAN hoping attack, the threat actor configure a host like switch advantage of the automatic trunking port featured enable and default on the most switch port. VLAN double tagging attack. The threat of actor-specific situation could embed a hidden 802 IQ inside the frame that already has an 8021 tag. This tag allows the frame to go the VLAN that originated or original 802.1 Q tag didn't specify. Next, the DHCP message. DHCP servers dyna- dynamically provide IP configuration information including IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server, more to client, and review the sequence of the HTTP message exchange between client and server is shown in the figure. Starvation. The DHCP starvation attack is to create DOS for connecting clients. DHCP starvation is required an attack tool such as Gobbler. ARP attack. The problem is an attacker can send duration ARP message containing the spoof MAC address to a switch, and switch would update the MAC table accordingly. Therefore, any host can claim to be owner of IP and MAC address combination they choose. In typically attack, the actor and send unsociatedly ARP replies to the host and subnet with the MAC address on the threat actor IP address on the default gateway. Address spoofing attack. MAC address spoofing attack occur when the threat actors alter MAC address of the host to match any another own MAC address target host. The host then sent to the frame throughout network newly configured MAC address. When the switch receives the frame, it examines the MAC address. STP attack. Network attackers can manipulate the spanning tree protocol or STP to conduct any attack by spoofing and root bridge and changing the topology of a network. Attackers can make their host appear as root bridges and therefore capture a traffic from the immediate switch domain. CDP reconnaissance. The discovery protocol of the CDP property lane 2 it is enabled on Cisco by default. CDP automatically discover the CDP-enabled devices and help auto-configure their connection. Network administrator can also use CDP to have the configured troubleshoot on the network devices. That's all for my